In the not-too-distant future, Dr. Evelyn Cerebrum, a renegade scientist and inventor ostracized by her peers, unveils her magnum opus, the Dream Traverse Machine, DTM. This device, a marvel of neuroscientific engineering, allows users to enter and navigate their dreams consciously, exploring what Evelyn believes to be not just figments of imagination but glimpses of a parallel reality woven from human consciousness itself. As Evelyn ventures into this dreamscape, she discovers it to be a world beyond wildest imaginations, a universe where thoughts, emotions, and subconscious fears manifest into tangible experiences. It's a realm populated by the archetypes, sentient manifestations of collective human subconscious and emotions, both dark and light. However, her groundbreaking exploration attracts unexpected attention. A malevolent entity known as the Nightmare Weaver, imprisoned in the dream realm, seeks to blur the lines between the subconscious and conscious world, threatening existential destruction on both sides. It's revealed that the Weaver was once a dream architect like Evelyn, whose obsession with the dream world led to his transformation into something else entirely. Realizing the stakes, Evelyn forms an eclectic team of dreamers, each grappling with their own turbulent pasts and unique dreaming abilities. These include Leo, a lucid dreamer who can manipulate the dreamscape's elements. Priya, a young woman who can remember and navigate everyone's dreams but her own. Thomas, a former soldier suffering from PTSD, whose nightmares manifest as protective entities. Myra, a psychiatrist who can interpret dreams in real time, finding clues and patterns that aid their journey. Together, they must navigate a labyrinth of surreal dreamscapes, each layer peeling back secrets of their own pasts, human existence, and the nature of consciousness. They encounter various challenges, including facing personal fears manifested as dream entities, solving riddles posed by the archetypes, and overcoming the treacherous terrains of the subconscious. As they delve deeper, they uncover a cosmic conspiracy entangling the Nightmare Weaver's origins, the true nature of the DTM, and a mysterious connection between Evelyn's past research and the entity's initial imprisonment. In a climactic confrontation, the team realizes that the Nightmare Weaver's merging process has already begun, leading to an existential collapse. Using their collective skills and revelations about their connections to the dreamscape, they devise a risky plan to separate the realms, which requires a sacrifice that will change their lives forever. The Dreamweavers, Echoes of Reality weaves a tale that challenges the perception of reality, explores the depths of human consciousness, and the hidden corners of the psyche. It's a journey of self-discovery, redemption, and the unexplored potential that lies within our dreams. The world in the Dreamweavers, Echoes of Reality is set in a futuristic, slightly dystopian society where technological advancements have surged, particularly in the field of neuroscience. However, this world is also one where the human psyche is heavily neglected, leading to widespread issues like mental health deterioration, emotional detachment, and a society obsessed with digital escapism. Dreams, in this society, are considered nothing more than insignificant byproducts of sleep, a view supported by the leading scientific communities. Dr. Evelyn Cerebrum is an outlier in this world, a visionary neuroscientist and inventor with a rebellious streak. Brilliant but misunderstood, Evelyn has always been fascinated by the unexplored territories of the human mind, particularly the enigmatic world of dreams. She's driven not just by scientific curiosity, but also by her personal experiences, vivid dreams of a shadow man who has haunted her since childhood, always just out of reach, his identity shrouded in mystery. Evelyn's obsession leads her to create the Dream Traverse Machine, DTM, a device resembling an avant-garde VR headset combined with a neural interface, designed to not just record dreams but allow active participation in them. Her first journey using the DTM is a revelation. She's able to walk through her dreams with full consciousness, manipulating them to some extent, and remembering every detail upon waking. However, the experience is far more intense and vivid than she anticipates, suggesting that these dreamscapes are not mere neural firings but something far more substantial. Evelyn begins to document anomalies that defy logical explanations, shared symbols among different individuals' dreams, natural laws within the dreamscape, and a persistent feeling of being watched. The real turning point comes when, during a shared dreaming experiment with a volunteer, both Evelyn and the participant, a young artist plagued by chronic nightmares, encounter the same figure independently, a mysterious woman in a cloak of raven's feathers, who provides them both with a cryptic warning about a weave unraveling. Baffled by this synchronicity, Evelyn intensifies her research and discovers historical myths and artwork depicting the same figure across different cultures, all associated with dreams, prophecy, and the protection of some otherworldly realm. This revelation is impossible to ignore, suggesting a collective unconsciousness or an alternate reality accessed through dreams. The encounter shakes Evelyn's scientific convictions, propelling her into uncharted territory. It becomes evident that she's not just exploring a physiological state of the human brain but is a pioneer on the cusp of discovering a parallel existence that is intricately intertwined with our own reality. It's a world that calls to her, not just for the sake of groundbreaking science, but to unravel the mysteries of her haunting past, setting the stage for the epic odyssey to come. In the humming stillness of her makeshift laboratory, surrounded by a chaotic array of holographic screens and neural schematics, Dr. Evelyn Cerebrum initiates another session with the Dreamweavers machine. The device hums to life, neural interfaces lighting up as she closes her eyes, her consciousness spiraling into the dream realm. This time, Evelyn's dreamscape materializes as an endless library, with shelves stretching into an impossible infinity, books written in languages that shift and flicker with each glance. The air vibrates with whispered words, a symphony of unread stories and forgotten knowledge. It's a world of surreal beauty, tranquil yet brimming with underlying secrets. As she navigates through the labyrinth of books, she senses another presence, a figure cloaked in a tapestry of stars, their face obscured by the cosmos swirling within their hood. This is the Astralmancer, a sentinel of the dream realm, an archetype born from the collective longing for knowledge and understanding of the unknown. Evelyn, seeker of truths, the Astralmancer's voice is like the rustle of turning pages. You traverse the boundary of waking and dreaming with footsteps both bold and blind. Confused, yet intrigued, Evelyn asks them about the nature of this place, mentioning her hypothesis of a parallel reality. The Astralmancer responds with a cryptic puzzle: in the tapestry of existence, threads of reality intertwine, seen and unseen. Dreams are not the absence of reality, dear traveler, but a mirror reflecting what the conscious eye is blind to. But beware, for mirrors can be shattered, and threads unraveled. Before Evelyn can inquire further, the figure gestures to the surrounding books. Every story here is a dream dreamed, a reality lived. Your machine does not fabricate these corridors, it merely opens the door. But some doors, they pause, a note of caution entering their tone, were closed for a reason. The library begins to dissolve as Evelyn feels the pull of waking life. The last thing she sees is the Astralmancer pointing to a specific tome glowing with an otherworldly light, inscribed with a symbol that resonates in Evelyn's mind, a symbol from her childhood dreams of the Shadow Man. Awakening with a start, Evelyn is left with more questions than answers. The symbol becomes her next obsession. It feels like a key, a clue left for her to decipher. The Astralmancer's words challenge everything she knows, hinting at a profound and intricate connection between the dream world and her reality. It's no longer just scientific exploration, it's personal. Evelyn realizes that this journey could change not only her understanding of the world but the very fabric of reality itself. And she cannot help but wonder, what doors have she unknowingly opened, and what truths lay behind them? Evelyn Cerebrum, from a young age, was different. A prodigy, some called her, with an insatiable curiosity about the human mind, but it was more than intellectual fascination, it was a desperate pursuit, a need to understand that stemmed from a place of personal torment and mystery. Evelyn's childhood was marred by tragedy. She was just 8 years old when a catastrophic fire, caused by an unexplained explosion in her scientist father's home laboratory, took the lives of both her parents. Evelyn narrowly escaped, left with no memories of the incident, only a labyrinth of unresolved trauma and questions that no one could answer. Following the tragedy, Evelyn was plagued by intense nightmares of fire and shadow, but most persistently, the Shadow Man, a figure cloaked in darkness, with eyes like burning coals, who seemed to be searching for something desperately. These dreams felt disturbingly real, and the Shadow Man's presence lingered even during her waking hours, a constant oppressive force just on the periphery of her senses. Her fascination with dreams and the subconscious began there, born from a desire to decipher these nocturnal visitations. Were they fragmented memories, trauma resurfacing in her sleep? Or was the Shadow Man something more, a messenger, or a harbinger? The key event occurred in her late teens, during a particularly vivid nightmare where the Shadow Man managed to communicate, his voice a rasping whisper: "The veil has torn, the nexus burns, and you. You are the key, Evelyn. Find the nexus, mend the tear. Before both our worlds are undone." She awoke with a start, her room feeling smaller, the air denser. But most importantly, in her hand, she clenched a small, metallic object, a curious pendant engraved with the same symbol she would later see in the dream library, the one the Astralmancer pointed to. It was impossible, but it was real, a tangible object from a dream, a piece of the nightmare manifesting in her waking world. This event, this breach between the realms of sleep and wakefulness, drove Evelyn's path forward. It was the genesis of the Dreamweavers machine, her life's work, not just a scientific endeavor, but a deeply personal quest. She needed to understand the Shadow Man, the meaning behind his cryptic message, the nexus, and how she was connected to it all. Her parents' unexplained death, her haunting dreams, and the pendant were pieces of a puzzle that spanned beyond her individual experience, beyond even the realm of known reality. The DTM became more than a machine in Evelyn's eyes, it was a key capable of unlocking the secrets that had tormented her for so long, a way to traverse the veil that the Shadow Man had spoken of. And as the present events begin to unfold, with the boundaries between worlds blurring and the mention of a weave unraveling, Evelyn starts to realize that her personal quest and the cosmic conspiracy she stumbled upon might be two sides of the same enigmatic coin. As the gravity of the dream realm's crisis becomes apparent, Evelyn understands she cannot face it alone. Through various channels, online forums, dream study groups, and even clandestine meetings prompted by cryptic dream messages, she gathers a group of unique dreamers, each drawn into the surreal conflict by their own pasts and abilities. Leo Christensen. A street artist by day and a lucid dreamer by night, Leo discovered his ability to control dreams after a traumatic event. As a child, he witnessed his brother fall into a coma. Leo's dreams became an escape from reality, a place where his brother was still awake, alive, and with him. In the dream realm, his artistic imagination runs wild, allowing him to manipulate the dreamscape's elements, bending the surreal environment to his will. He's haunted by a repetitive dream of a mural he needs to paint but can't remember upon waking, a piece somehow vital to understanding the looming catastrophe. Priya Bose. Priya is a soft-spoken librarian who has an extraordinary gift. She experiences the dreams of those around her, a patchwork of visions every time she sleeps. However, her own dreams are a void she's never been able to penetrate. After coming across a book with the symbol Evelyn encountered, she's drawn into the group, seeking a connection between her gift and the shared symbols. Her ability provides invaluable insight into the collective unconscious and the interconnected dreams they're all experiencing. Tom Murphy. A former soldier, Tom suffers from PTSD. His dreams are battlefields, literal and metaphorical, where he faces his memories and fears. However, within these nightmares, he's protected by a phalanx of shadowy figures, his guardians, born from his subconscious need for protection. He joins Evelyn's group after a guardian delivers a message. They're all in danger, and the war in his mind is but a reflection of a greater battle within the dream realm. Myra Fernandez. Myra, a perceptive psychiatrist interested in dream therapy, has the ability to interpret dreams in real time. She ventured into the field hoping to solve a family mystery. Her grandmother's journal, filled with prophetic dreams, contains the same symbols that the dreamers are now discovering. Her skills prove crucial in understanding the archetypes and the cryptic communications they offer. As this group of dreamers converges, they begin to experience undeniable synchronicities, shared symbols, mutual dreams, and a heightened sense of urgency. The symbol that Evelyn holds is identical to those appearing in Leo's elusive mural, Priya's ancient book, Tom's guarded messages, and Myra's ancestral journal. They start to comprehend that these aren't coincidences, but pieces of a larger cosmic puzzle. Together, they create a shared dreamscape using the Dreamweavers machine, combining their unique abilities to navigate this realm consciously. As they journey through this collective subconscious, they realize their personal traumas and histories are not just individual burdens, they're keys essential to understanding and preventing the collapse of realities. The dream world is calling out to them, and they must listen before it's too late. The team, sitting in a circle in Evelyn's lab, is connected via the Dreamweavers machine's intricate network of neural interfaces. Each member feels a slight shiver, an electric anticipation, as Evelyn activates the machine. There's a moment of disorientation, a blending of senses, as they're collectively pulled into the dreamscape. They find themselves in an ethereal forest, the trees luminous and colors unimaginable, the sky a twilight canvas of cascading nebulas. But this dreamscape, they realize, is not a creation of any individual mind, it's a confluence of their subconscious selves, a hidden part of the dream realm that exists beyond singular identities or memories. As they journey deeper, the forest gives way to a clearing where an ancient, monumental tree resides, its roots spreading out in intricate patterns that pulse with a gentle light. The Dreamweave tree, as they instinctively know it to be, is the heart of the dream realm, a source of pure creation and imagination, its branches a map of consciousness. Here, they encounter the Astralmancer once again. But they're not alone. Surrounding them are other archetypes, embodiments of shared human experiences and emotions, each one a guardian of this sacred space. However, there's a palpable tension, a sense of encroaching darkness. The Astralmancer reveals the first solid clue about the malevolent entity, known only as the Nightmare Weaver. An antithesis to all the archetypes stand for, this entity was once part of the dream realm's balance, representing fear and doubt, but has grown corrupt, its purpose warped. In the clearing, a shared vision unfolds to the team. They see a shadow, twisting and formless, seeping into the Dreamweave tree's roots, infecting the dreamscape with nightmarish creations. The Nightmare Weaver, they realize, is seeking to merge the dream realm with the waking world, not for unity but for chaos, believing that in breaking the barriers between realities, it will gain unimaginable power and exist beyond the subconscious. The most alarming part of the vision is a glimpse of the entity's plan, a dark mirror of Evelyn's machine, a device that's amplifying the Nightmare Weaver's influence, tearing the fabric between worlds. This revelation hits close to home, especially for Evelyn, suggesting that her invention is being replicated for malevolent purposes. As the vision fades, the team is imbued with an urgent purpose. The archetypes, bound to the dream realm, cannot act in the waking world, so it falls to Evelyn and her team to trace the origins of this dark machine and thwart the Nightmare Weaver's plans. The clue they have is the twisted symbol of the Nightmare Weaver, a perversion of the one they've all been drawn to. Their first collective journey offers them more than insight, it gives them resolve. They aren't just researchers or passive dreamers anymore, they're the realm's chosen guardians. As they disconnect from the Dream Traverse machine, they're united by a newfound determination. They must explore the deepest recesses of the subconscious, confront their own inner darkness, and prevent a catastrophe that threatens the very essence of reality and consciousness. The race against an unseen, interdimensional adversary has begun. The discovery of the Nightmare Weaver's intention spurs the team into a frenetic search for knowledge. They scour ancient texts, obscure scientific theories, and delve into mystical teachings, anything that might offer insights into the dream realm's nature and history. It's Myra who makes a breakthrough, discovering references in her grandmother's journal to a realm of reverie, an ancestral understanding of the dream world, and the shadow that seeks to unmake. Pooling their findings, the team pieces together a staggering history. The dream realm, as they understand it, is not a byproduct of the human mind but a parallel dimension existing since the dawn of consciousness. It's a place where thoughts, emotions, and abstract concepts manifest, governed by the collective subconscious of all sentient beings. The archetypes are its custodians, each a personification of fundamental human experiences. The Nightmare Weaver was once the guardian of caution, an archetype embodying fear and skepticism, essential for survival. However, over millennia, as civilizations evolved, so did the collective psyche. Wars, calamities, and human suffering fed the Nightmare Weaver, warping it into a force of pure negation, seeking not to warn or protect but to obliterate. They learned that the dream realm and the waking world are two sides of the same coin, each stabilizing the other. This balance permits evolution, creativity, and growth, the constant flux of abstract and physical realities. However, the Nightmare Weaver's plan to merge both worlds is a perversion of this natural state. It doesn't seek balance but chaos, a state where nightmares bleed into reality, and the conscious mind is overwhelmed by the subconscious's raw, unfiltered power. The stakes are cataclysmic. Should the Nightmare Weaver succeed, the merge would create a reality storm. The very concept of consciousness would shatter, leaving beings unable to discern waking life from dreams. The fabric of reality would warp, with physical laws giving way to the erratic laws of the dream world. Imagination and nightmares would manifest physically, leading to unpredictable and uncontrollable scenarios. Furthermore, this chaotic state would feed the Nightmare Weaver, granting it omnipotence. It seeks to be a dark god in a universe devoid of order, a ruler of a kingdom where fear, madness, and despair reign supreme. Evelyn and her team grapple with the enormity of this revelation. Their mission transcends saving their world, they're fighting for the preservation of reality itself, for the human experience's continuity, emotions, ambitions, creativity, and love. They're not only confronting their nightmares but also defending the very essence of what it means to be sentient. Armed with this knowledge, each member confronts the urgent, personal reality of their involvement. The symbols, their traumas, their abilities, it's evident now that they were drawn into this cosmic battle not by chance but because they're intrinsically connected to the dream realm's fate. They're not mere dreamers, they're the waking world's last line of defense, chosen by the realm of dreams itself to face the encroaching oblivion. As the waking world begins to fracture with surreal phenomena, Evelyn and her team prepare for the final confrontation. Their research, personal journeys, and the insights gained from the dream realm coalesce into a daring plan. They must not only stop the Nightmare Weaver's dark machine but confront the entity in the dreamscape, severing its burgeoning connection to the physical world. In Evelyn's lab, the team modifies the Dream Traverse machine. They theorize that a collective, lucid dream, fueled by their unified will, can create a pathway to the Nightmare Weaver's lair within the dream realm's darkest depths. It's a dangerous gambit, as they're playing by the Nightmare Weaver's rules, risking their sanity and souls in this confrontation. As the machine whirs to life, they find themselves on a dreamscape battlefield, a nightmarish reflection of their fears and the chaos unfurling in the waking world. The sky is torn asunder, landscapes shift and writhe, and the air is thick with dread. In the distance, a twisted citadel pulses with dark energy, the Nightmare Weaver's stronghold. They press forward, their resolve manifesting as shields and armaments symbolic of their inner strengths and shared purpose. Leo's creativity, Priya's empathy, Tom's courage, Myra's wisdom, and Evelyn's intellect intertwine, forging armors of light that push back the darkness. The Citadel's defenses are manifestations of despair and terror, but the team's presence rekindles hope in this forsaken place, weakening the Nightmare Weaver's influence. They reach the heart of the Citadel, coming face to face with the entity, a swirling tempest of shadows, a void where a guardian once existed. The battle is both mental and existential. The Nightmare Weaver assaults them with their darkest fears, moments of personal anguish, and visions of realities undone. However, the team clings to one another, their shared strength fending off the assault. They realize that their connection, their understanding of each other, and their acceptance of their own and each other's flaws and traumas are the true weapons. Evelyn, understanding the machine's deeper potential, makes a crucial decision. With her teammates' support, she reconfigures the Dream Traverse machine's link to them, redirecting the collective power of hope, unity, and resilience amassed from the entire human race, channeling it against the Nightmare Weaver. The entity falters, its form unraveling as it's overwhelmed by a torrent of collective consciousness, the very essence of human experience and emotion it sought to unmake. In its last moments, the Nightmare Weaver understands fear itself, the fear of oblivion. As the entity dissipates, the team is thrust back into the lab, the dream realm stabilizing and the waking world saved from the brink of chaos. They're weary but triumphant, forever bonded by their shared ordeal. They've not only saved both realms but also evolved in profound ways. They've faced the abyss, the rawness of their own souls, and the vastness of collective human potential. The Dream Traverse machine, once a tool for exploration, became a conduit for unity, turning the tide in a battle for reality itself. The team, forever changed, now understands the dream realm not as a separate reality, but as an integral part of human existence, a tapestry of hopes, fears, and aspirations that defines consciousness itself. They continue to explore this realm, guardians in their own right, ensuring the balance between both worlds is maintained. Their journey into the unknown was perilous, but it illuminated a fundamental truth, that unity, understanding, and the human spirit can overcome even the darkest of nightmares. In the aftermath of the confrontation, both the dream world and the real world undergo profound changes. The veil between realities, once perilously thin, has been restored, but not without leaving a lasting impression on both sides. In the waking world, surreal remnants of the near merge manifest as bursts of creativity, innovation, and a deeper understanding of the human psyche. Artists produce works of staggering imagination, scientists develop theories that push the boundaries of reality, and philosophers explore the newfound depth of human consciousness. The general populace might not know what nearly befell them, but they feel the aftermath in a wave of enlightenment and a renewed sense of connection with others. For the dream world, the dissolution of the Nightmare Weaver restores balance but also leaves a void. The archetypes work to re-establish their roles, and a new entity slowly forms from the collective subconscious, born of caution and learning from the past but untainted by corruption, a guardian of vigilance. The dream realm is more actively shaping itself now, influenced by the collective desires for healing and growth following the crisis. Evelyn and her team emerge as harbingers of this new era. Evelyn herself has accepted her past and her role in both worlds. Her intellect, once solely focused on technology and escape, now encompasses a broader understanding of human connection. She continues to improve the Dream Traverse machine, not as a means of fleeing reality but as a bridge between worlds, fostering understanding and unity. Leo, Priya, Tom, and Myra find themselves changed, too. Their personal traumas, once chains around their spirits, have transformed into sources of strength. They've become teachers, leaders, and healers in various disciplines, guiding others to navigate their own subconscious depths. However, the balance between realities is delicate and ever-shifting. The team knows that their roles as guardians are lifelong commitments. The Dream Traverse machine, in its new form, serves as a beacon and a gateway, allowing them to maintain this balance and to respond to threats before they can burgeon. As our team gathers for a routine exploration into the dreamscape, they're now seasoned voyagers, navigating the realm with confidence. However, the universe, with its infinite layers, still holds countless mysteries. During one such journey, they encounter a new anomaly, a fracture in the dreamscape, an echo of a place that should not exist, hinting at realms beyond their understanding. Evelyn exchanges knowing glances with her team. They've defended their reality once, and they're more than willing to do so again, no matter the cosmic secrets and challenges that lie ahead. After all, they're not just dreamers or inventors but adventurers at the frontier of human consciousness and universal understanding. Their story is not an ending but a bright threshold, a promise of more mysteries, adventures, and a never-ending pursuit of knowledge and unity. The Dream Realm, once a place of personal battles and cosmic crises, now an infinite expanse for the bold to explore, safeguard, and understand.